Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up to our good friends over at Green Man Gaming who are running their Sunshine sale right now. And with this sale, a lot of phenomenal deals, a lot of historic lows and things of that nature. We are going to be covering deals under the price of $5, but these go to under $3, under $2, and so on and so forth. A lot of good stuff, so let's get right into it. And right off the bat, I know this is a game that I feel like 98% of you own at this point, but I gotta get it across. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition is $2.40. This is a game that I've been talking up for, I feel like a decade at this point, but it is a phenomenal open world action title, and I am just hoping one day we get a sequel for it. Honestly, these days with what everything's going on in the gaming world, even if a sequel gets announced, who knows if it'll meet the finish line. And, it would be great to get one. I'm not holding my breath for it, but still, the first game, or, the game that's already out is fantastic. And even being 12 years old at this point, I still feel like it holds up really well, and it's a game that every couple of years I'll go back and do another playthrough of. I want to say my last playthrough was in 2022, like around that range, and I think, it's a great game. $2.40, excellent pickup there. Great soundtrack, great action beat-em-up style gameplay, or martial arts focused gameplay. Not really like super beat-em-up heavy, but it's really well done. That's what I'm trying to get at. And great soundtrack, great story. And for $2.40, no-brainer there for sure. Next up, we got Robocop Rogue City Alex Murphy Edition, 92% off for $4.80. It seems like a lot of people have been picking this up over the last couple of months as it's hit this really low price point. The Alex Murphy Edition will get you some in-game items, digital art book, things of that nature, and for $4.80. It's cheaper than the price point on Steam, but you're getting the Alex Murphy Edition, so that's great. Unfinished Business is coming out later this month, so now wouldn't be a bad time to pick up Robocop Rogue City. Unfinished Business, by the way, standalone expansion. You don't have to own the original, but obviously would be beneficial for you to play the original. For $4.80, great pickup there. Next up, Helldivers Dive Harder Edition, 83% off for $3.36. I've been talking up Helldivers 1 quite a lot, going back to, I feel like last year. Now, I played Helldivers when it came out in 2015, but with the explosion of the IP, with the success of Helldivers 2, I think there will be a little bit of interest on people checking out Helldivers 1. Now, Helldivers 1, thematically is similar to Helldivers 2. However, from a gameplay standpoint and presentation standpoint, quite a bit different in how it's laid out. It's still a game, though. Like, Arrowhead, through all of their games, you can see that the essence of Arrowhead lives on with each one of their outings. It's incredibly cool to see that they focus on this fun factor in video games with Magico, with Helldivers, and certainly with Helldivers 2. That just shines through. And for $3.36, I think it's a great deal. Definitely would recommend that. Next up, we got Dishonored 2, 91% off for $2.55. Man, Dishonored is another one of those IPs that I absolutely love. I think it's phenomenal as far as the gameplay, the action-oriented stealth gameplay. I really recommend people playing it the more stealthy route, just because I feel like it's a more rewarding and satisfying game. However, you can play it more action-heavy however you want to play it. It's great. $2.55, excellent deal there. Hopefully we get a Dishonored 3. I think Dishonored is one of those IPs that, now that Microsoft's owned by Arcane, I really can't say anything with too much certainty, but I hope, let me just put it that way, I hope that at some point they go back to Dishonored, but it's not going to be for a while. Given that Blade is in development, and who knows, with Microsoft these days, honestly, any one of their games I could see getting canceled just like that. But yeah, $2.55 for Dishonored 2. Next up, we got Just Cause 3 XXL Edition, 88% off for $3.60. Excellent open world title. This is a game that you don't get into for its narrative or storytelling. You get into for absolute chaos, but it has absolute chaos in the best way possible. This is a game that's over the top, it's action heavy, and it's total mayhem with explosions and just crazy things happening. So $3.60 for this, great pickup. You get the DLC as well. Definitely a good buy there. Next up, we got Castlevania Lords of Shadow Ultimate Edition, 85% off for $4.50. Castlevania Lords of Shadow is one of those games that I feel like is super underrated. Lords of Shadow 2, I wasn't crazy about, but Lords of Shadow 1, I thought thought from an atmosphere standpoint, it was a really, really well done action title. Came out on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 back in 2010, I want to say, and then it later got ported to PC, but for $450, I think this is a great pickup, and you don't really have to be a Castlevania fan or anything like that, kind of a different style of game as well, but yeah, $450 for that, really good pickup there. Next up, we got Murdered Soul Suspect, $1.60 on this. I go to bat for Murdered Soul Suspect all the time. Now, I did pay $50 for this game back when it came out, and no universe is this game worth $50. However, for $1.60, I do think it's quite a good pickup. I think thematically, it's great from a story standpoint, a bit suspenseful, and if you want more of a mystery investigation game, that's what Murdered Soul Suspect is. It's not going to be super action heavy, but I think a lot of the supernatural aspects of the game are well done, and for $1.60 again, great deal there. Next up, we got Zone of the Enders, the second runner, 85% off for $4.50. If you know me, you know I love me my mechas. I think mechas are one genre that has not been tapped into as much as it could be in gaming, although we did recently have the release of Mecha Break. Not too long ago, we had Armored Core 6, so it does feel like, you know, developers are starting to figure out that people may want gigantic robot action, and Zone of the Enders was one of those games that initially came out in the 2000s. Really well done. Hideo Kojima was involved as well, but a solid action mecha game, especially at this price point, $450. Great pickup there. Next up, Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration, $383 on this. This is the Tomb Raider game that of the three since the reboot, or, you know, origin story, whatever you want to call it, this is what I would recommend as far as picking one out of the three. Now, I would highly recommend you to play all three, but $383 for Rise of the Tomb Raider is just absolutely excellent. The game is outstanding, and one of my favorite games of the last decade. I'm really comfortable in saying that. I thought ROTR was just absolutely fantastic, and for $383, no-brainer there. Next up, we got Deus Ex Human Revolution and Mankind Divided. I mean, both these games are really good. Human Revolution especially, I just did another playthrough of last summer, and man, Human Revolution, like, going back and playing the game 14 years later, well, 13 years when I played it again, made me appreciate this game even more, because the design of this game, it's not a game that has an incredible amount of size to its world or anything like that, but the levels, what are there, have so much depth to it in terms of how to maneuver them and what to do within them. I just think it's such a masterful game in terms of world design and gameplay design that going back and playing it 13 years later and comparatively looking at it through a lot of the games that are coming out today made me appreciate this game so much more on what Eidos Montreal was able to do 13 years ago, or 14 years ago as I'm recording this video. You get the idea, but yeah, Human Revolution is outstanding, great narrative as well, and Mankind Divided is a great game as well. Narratively not as strong as Human Revolution, but a worthwhile game to go through for sure. $3.60 on that for the base game. The Digital Deluxe is unfortunately not on sale, so a little bit of a bummer there, but $3.60 for the base game, definitely good. Just Cause 4 Reloaded Edition, $4.80. Definitely not as good as Just Cause 3, but still a fun open world game, all things considered, and given that it's under $5, I would still say this is a decent pickup for the price point. So $4.80 on that. You got Inside for $1.76, incredible from an atmosphere standpoint. The tension is absolutely there. If you played Limbo, you'll feel right at home with Inside, as it's a great game as well. But that is gonna do it for me. Again, a lot of great deals under the price of $5, some under $2 with games like Murdered Soul Suspect and Inside. Definitely some great stuff, and remember, this is just the cheaper options available as a part of the Sunshine sale over at Green Man Gaming. Go ahead and give a look at the sale for yourself. With all of these games, you get Steam keys, you'll get them immediately, redeem directly on Steam, and you are good to go. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.